Welcome everybody to episode number 19 of the PokeGuardian Podcast. My name's Taj from the Taj Twitch channel and YouTube channel, and I'm with Zakariya.
Hello everyone, how are you doing?
We hope all of you guys are doing well today. Episode 19, as I said. So let's crack on and discuss our card highlights. Zakariya, what have you picked up since our last podcast?
Ooh, it's been a month. You've been absent. We've been absent. It's glad to be back. First of all, I truly don't know what I've collected in this bizarre month. I do have. We'll talk about this in just a second. I have this on display. I think you might guess what it already is. It's celebrations, and this in particular are the Shining Gyarados, Shining Magikarp in there. These are like they are in harmony. They are just one to each other. I think it's a shame it hasn't gotten a release, Shining Gyarados. These are this is the original, and this is the promo. This is the celebration version, and they do look awesome next to each other. That's why I've displayed them. Super nice. What did I pick up? I truly don't know. I do know I have a bunch of again Japanese celebrations stuff coming, the 20th anniversary collection, and I've picked up more specifically an Umbreon from the Legend series in Japan. I think it's L2, which is Undaunted in English. And Japan has, not for every set, but for the Hard Gods of Silver series, they had mirror foil versus, reverse slot, reverse hollow slot cards. And I didn't know, I forgot Umbreon and Espeon also were released as a mirror foil alongside the holo cards of those cards. So something I immediately purchased because again I had some difficulty getting them, but luckily I've gotten them. And these are the cards, they will, nobody bothers listing them individually, and when they do, some could ask a lot of money because they are simply not as available, and some are really damaged, and these are really scratch prone. And very happy getting them, not the PSA 10 or mint or any of that stuff, but it's there. If you collect Japanese cards, it's something to keep in mind if you collect specific Pokemon. For example, the first and only one I opened, it was a Hard Coastal Server base set in Japanese, the blue one, the Lugia one, and it contained a reverse holo Pikachu. And in 2018 and 2017, it wasn't worth much. So I traded to someone at Pokemon League. I do not miss it, but I don't know how much it's worth. I think it's, again, these are so obscure. I don't know how much these are worth, but it was fully mint. I a little bit regret, straight that away, but in the end, at the time, it strengthened my collection goals, which is the primary goal. So no regrets there. And you touch.
That's always the way, isn't it? When you trade something like that, it's like then later on you're like, it's almost like seller's remorse when you trade it away. But at the end of the day, at the time, you got something that you wanted for it. So, it's a difficult thing when you've got cards and you want to trade them to trade up. But at the same time, you don't want to give away cards thinking that, potentially this could be a nice card in a couple of years' time,
Yeah, at the time I didn't care too much, but now I don't give away my Pikachus for sure. No, never again.
Yeah, exactly. Pikachus are ones to hold on to for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Okay, I've had a few card pickups. Our good friend in Japan, Esso Resistance, helped me with a few items for my son, some Tomica cards, and he sent me a few packs as well with it, and I pulled a Sylveon VMAX.
Yeah, I saw that.
Special art, and I could not believe it from like 3 loose packs of evolving of Eevee Heroes.
Eevee Heroes.
So I was very happy. I think my Gordy curse the Gordies now, I made that sacrifice to Gordy and did a page of Gordy full arts after pulling 4 of them. So I think it's paying off. It's paying off. I also got today a bit of a bargain off eBay from Germany. I got my first set of Mary cards, which is Marnie in German.
Sehr schön.
I wanted to... Yes, so glad to get those. But talking about 25th anniversary Japanese, this is more what I pulled rather than... so if anyone who saw my Twitch stream where I'd opened... What I did was I opened a 25th anniversary Japanese booster box on my YouTube channel, and then that same evening I did a Twitch stream and opened my other 2 boxes and the other 8 packs. And I ended up pulling this beautiful Umbreon Gold Star. And then I only had 12 packs in total. I'd opened 4 in the first video, then I opened the other 8 in this video. And I got 11 unique cards, and then I doubled up on 1 card. Yeah, which happened to be the 1 card that I would want to double up on. So I was so happy. Oh, if you go and check the VOD on my Twitch, you can see how excited I was when I pulled the first one and how excited I was when I pulled the second. This is my chase card. So I don't care about Charizard. This was it. Gold Star Umbreon. I wanted this. We pulled it in English, got 1 in English, and then I pulled 2 in Japanese, and I was so happy. So yeah, if you want to see them in a bit more detail, I've got them up on Twitter as well, on my Twitter, PokéTaj. But yeah, that's my card pickups.
Yeah, now you need original Umbreon to match.
Yeah. I might need to mortgage my house and try and find original Gold Star Umbreon. Yeah. Good luck with that one for myself, isn't it? Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, that's our card highlights. Okay, so going back to celebrations. So October the 7th on PokeGuardian, PokeGuardian released a full celebration set list, which obviously most of you would have seen by now and definitely opened a ton of celebrations. So this set list was, well, let's just talk about it, Zakariya. I mean, collection, we've got the main set and obviously the promos as well. Any surprises here? The stuff that we didn't really know from prior to release?
No, surprisingly, no real surprises, and that's not a bad thing per se. But yeah, I will just give my brief review of celebrations and what I think of the set in general. I'll just start with the English version, and we'll start off with the Japanese later on. First of all, we've got the privilege of getting the set first, 2 weeks before Japan did. I always like these follow-up discussions when the releases happened. How a set will age is just as important as the build-up to the set release. Again, and as expected, no huge surprises, and that's okay. The single prices have dropped hard.
Yes.
For example, the Umbreon Gold Star went from $150 to sub $50 in 2 weeks. Same with Charizard. I think it was like $200 or something. You can pick it up now for $150, and that's the main chase card for many. So with that, that's the most expensive chase card from the set. Yeah, you're good to go. All the other ones are like below $30. Base set Blastoise and Venusaur are €15 on Card Market or something like that. Very nice to pick up. Not expensive to complete. The availability, it has been very, very, very good. Huge initial print wave. Better than Shining Fate was for sure at the time. We told you not to overpay for the set. It seems a lot of people got a hold of Celebrations products for MSRP, at least in my area, and I think a lot of other countries as well. They have stocked them.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I could walk into stores and buy stuff on release day. The only product that was difficult is obviously the Ultimate Premium Collection, which seems to be a limited print. Quantity and very, very sought after. Other than that, every other product came in good waves. The first initial wave was very good, and then there's been steady stock every week, restocks on a weekly basis. So especially here in the UK, and I know in Europe, as you're saying, we've had very good stock availability of Celebrations throughout since its launch on the 8th of October.
Absolutely. The Pikachu VMAX Premium Collection also is a little bit difficult to get.
Yep.
I think these two are the main trouble products.
Yep.
But again, a drugstore was stocking these last weekend. There were people waiting in front of them yesterday. I know a supermarket is stocking them here, which is unheard of in the Netherlands. It's a first for me. So again, these big Celebration tins and big tins, those are not normal retail products, for LGSs, but they are retail exclusive.
Yep.
So keep it in mind as well. But yeah, again, very, very happy to see everyone, if they truly wanted to open some packs, they could have easily get it for MSRP even now and again. Yep. Now my opinion about the Celebrations as a set. Amazing idea, fun and easy to collect. However, it's far from perfect. First of all, again, you can't simply please everyone. I think Celebrations did a decent job to make an anniversary set. Yep. I like it better than, for example, Evolutions, especially the products are far superior since it's not a main set like Evolutions, but a special set. Generations, which was the special set that year, 5 years ago,
yep.
also had some amazing products. But I think the Radiant Collection saved that set. Otherwise, it would have been, in my opinion, an average set.
Yeah.
The Radiant Collection, which the Japanese PokeQuardian was based on, is such a good set. If you would release that today, at the time, it would have sold anyway.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the issue with Celebrations is just too small for me, personally. It's the flavor of the month before VMAX Climax comes, honestly. And that's not a bad thing by itself. However, the set design is somewhat questionable.
Yep.
Celebrations is a mix of competitive cards, collectible cards, and milestone cards from the past 25 years. And there are some odd cards in there, like, for example, Xerneas EX, which was included because it was the first fairy type EX card. And yes, that's officially stated on their website.
That's right.
That's right. And I think the issue is some of those cards I personally would have replaced for something the majority wants. That's why, for example, they should have divided the classic collections in at least 25 competitive and 25 collectible cards.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
Yeah. And not 25 cards of everything in one mini set. And, don't get me wrong. For example, Neo Genesis Cleffa, for example, it's such an iconic card and absolutely playable card at the time, among the best competitive cards from that era. However, New Genesis Lugia is missing from that set. Call me biased because I'm a Lugia fan, but I think many agree that card should have been in Celebrations.
100%, yeah.
I'm a little salty, but again, why limit yourself cramming 25 cards of two different scenes, and even 3 if you count some of the milestone cards in there? Why they are already making 25 main set cards, so why not make 75 instead of 50? So the 25 doesn't count anymore. Again, I'm probably nitpicking, but again, it's such a missed opportunity. And again, the issue with reprint cards, it's not the same. It will never be the same as the original. Celebrations use a confetti style holo, which can be very dominant looking on the card, and in some cases even ruins the artwork. In that, for example, I pulled the Gardevoir EX Delta species yesterday, the other day, and I couldn't even see Gardevoir because of the confetti holo. The body is fully covered. Why couldn't they make the regular foil on his body like the original? I know Shank Magikarp is not untouched. It's not touched with the confetti holo. Otherwise, it would have been ruined as well. And again, this is why I personally love the promo cards of Celebrations. the Green and Gold Star, Zazen Level X, Dragbot Prime, and go on. The promos that include newer Pokemon with all mechanics. If you made a full set of only conceptual cards like these, I think nobody would have complained.
Yep.
Because they are all new. So no one can complain in the first place. Besides, again, because they are new. So maybe there's always room to complain. Again, these are by far the best cards in my opinion. These have, if they make a full set dedicated to those cards, I think it would have been the best card, the best set for anniversary ever.
Yeah.
Execution is brilliant. Again, so little. Yeah. And then there's a final one. I think a better idea was if they have let choose the fans 25 cards globally. I know a gacha app on mobile named Fire Emblem Heroes that I've played for like 5 years, even today. Every year they have a contest named Choose Your Legend. And you can pick like your favorite hero from the game of all Fire Emblem games. And the top 2 of each gender, male, female, they would have gotten a special unit in the game. Similar to Pokemon Masters, having that dressy style, blah, 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 you know where it goes. And of course, there are some heavily restrictions that could have been applied in there. So no Charizard as a duplicate, because everyone would have picked 25 Charizards, let's be honest. Yeah. But again, something like that, let the fans decide what they think is iconic.
Yeah, and we did see earlier this year as well, we saw like a global list of favourite Pokemon by country, didn't we? Yeah. And there were different, and they were spread out, and the Pokemon people liked for each country were totally different. Maybe if they'd have done something along those lines and done, as you say, some conceptual artwork based on those, let's just say globally, the 25 biggest picked Pokemon, and done something along those lines, that would have been really nice. But yeah, totally agree with you.
And they've recently did a coin contest in Japan. There are, I think, 25 cards from selected from 25 years.
Yep.
And there's a top 5 that will get a new wave of prints in the spring next year. Totally awesome idea. Why not do it for cards?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. The set being 25 card set, and then a 25 card classic collection set, I think set's far too small. People are opening a lot of products to get excited about it. If they'd have made it similar to like Shining Legends, 73 card that was, I think, make it a 75 card set, as you say, have 25 competitive, 25 iconic artwork cards, and then base the main set. I love the way that they've done with the legendaries. They've had the same artist do the pairings of legendaries, which is fantastic, because you can put them together. A lot of the artworks or matches up, like the Ho-Oh and the Lugia. Yes. You've got the Zacian and the Zamazenta as well by Mitsuhiro Rita. And it's lovely how they've done that. And I think that's fantastic. And Kirasaki did all of the Cosmog line as well. Yeah. But I just think, again, it's a fantastic set. I think people are going to get bored of it quickly because, you've only got 4 cards per pack. I like how the Classic Collection is very easy to obtain. Every sort of other pack seems to have a Classic Collection card in it. But they're seeded very well in there, which is why the prices are so great at the moment for singles. Yes. And you can tell that, obviously, the Umbreon, the Charizard, they seem to be harder to pull, generally speaking, from my experience anyway, of opening the number of packs I've opened. We haven't pulled a Charizard, we've only pulled the one Umbreon. There are certainly cards that seem to be coming up more and more often. Yes. So there seems to be a rarer seeding of certain iconic cards that people would want, which again adds to the chase of it as well,
absolutely.
But I think, again, people, people are opening Celebrations products, and the normal Sword and Shield set packs they're getting are secondary. They're like, every opening you see, people are like, let me open the crap first, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze. People were excited to open Vivid Voltage up until a month ago because you couldn't get hold of it. And now it's like, oh, that's secondary. Boom, let's open that, get it out of the way. We want to get to the good stuff, which is Celebrations. Yeah. But I think, like other special sets, you see them released at this time of year, and then you see product waves slowly coming out until Easter, and people are still excited up until Easter, sort of opening stuff after Christmas as well. I think with celebrations, unless people are chasing the Charizards and the Umbreon Gold Stars and the shiny Magikarps, it's gonna get to a point where there's gonna be fatigue. There's new sets coming out in English. You've got Fusion Arts coming out, Fusion Strike, sorry, and VMAX Climax is coming out in Japan. I don't think we're going to see many people opening this after Christmas. But then again, I think it could be some of the sealed products in this set could be, something that people be nostalgic about in a few years' time.
Absolutely.
And there is that because there are some great cards in here. I love the V Union. We get it as a box with the jumbo and the promos all together. In Japan, they obviously got the whole V Union in one pack. But yeah, I think there is some nice artwork, some a bit strange choices, as we said before, like the Xerneas EX. When I was reading it on the official Japanese Pokemon 25th anniversary website, looking at the reasons of why they picked each card, and when you get to Xerneas EX, they're like, the first fairy type EX, you're like, that's the reason you chose this card, there's more iconic EX cards out there that could have been picked ahead of it. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, celebrations, great. Yeah, I loved the promos were fantastic. I think the way that they've used Galar, Alolan Pokemon, in some of them, and more recent Pokemon, apart from obviously Charizard and I think Charizard was probably the only Kanto one. Greninja's more recent as well, XY, Hydreigon, Mimikyu's Alolan, Gen 7. So yeah, they're very recent Pokemon added into that old school style. Loved it. The Prime cards looked amazing. Loved that Delta species Mimikyu.
Perfect execution.
And I love the fact I got it as a jumbo as well, which is fantastic. So I can frame that up. And that light toxicity. Amazing. How can you not like that card? That's beautiful artwork. Yeah.
It was also an artist that illustrated light cards at the time.
Yes.
So even, again, an idea is brilliant. Yeah. But so few. It's sad.
It's a missed opportunity. Those could have been the main set, They really would have. Imagine if you had, as you said, 25 of those in the main set.
Yeah.
And picked iconic Pokemon from each generation,
Yeah.
You could have done 3 from each generation. Boom. You could have had a really nice set,
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, should we move on to the next part?
Yeah, Japanese version.
Okay. We'll quickly talk about the Japanese version. So again, the next day on the 8th of October, we got the full set list of the Japanese version.
Yes.
Because obviously the English list was out. This is very strange. It's really, really peculiar for me. First time for me, as someone who's been collecting Japanese cards for over 4 years, to get an English set released before a Japanese set. I think we had this once before where we thought potentially the English cards were going to come out before the Japanese, but we got our dates mixed up, and I think the Japanese came out a week or two
I'm not sure
before
anymore.
The English. There was this happened last year at some point, I think, when we were discussing this. But yes, Japanese set, they organized everything slightly differently with the set numbering. So they had everything from region. So you started off with Pikachu and Mew from the Kanto region with Professor Oak. And then you went on to Ho-Oh and Lugia. Then you went on to Gyarados and Kyogre, Palkia and Dialga, and so on and so on. So you went by Pokemon Pokédex number in the Japanese set, which was really interesting. And then obviously after you got to Zacian and Zamazenta, you got all the Pikachu V cards. And then you got the secret cards, the super rare and the ultra rare. I also like the fact that we got Mirrorfoil Energy with the 25th anniversary stamp on it as well.
In each pack.
And in each pack you get an energy, and you can quite easily, you'll definitely complete one set of energies from a booster box. Maybe not 2, because I've got a few duplicates in mine. So it's a shame you don't get it. From the 16 packs, if they'd have seeded it correctly, you could have got 2
Nice.
complete energy sets. But I was really short on green energies from my 3 booster boxes. I think I only completed 2 complete sets or 3 complete sets of energy. But yeah. But this is a big but. Japan decided to do things very differently
Yes.
to the international release. So instead of having the classic collection in the set seeded in there one way or another, they decided to put the whole classic collection into a separate subset, S8AP, and put them in promo packs. 1 card per promo pack, and you get 1 promo pack for every 4 booster packs you buy from selected retailers who are participating in this promotion. So not everywhere where you're buying the 25th anniversary set would you get promo packs. Convenience stores, for example, if you bought a booster box or booster packs, you wouldn't get it unless you bought the special 5-pack box, cardboard box, which came with a Chansey coin and 1 promo pack in it. You wouldn't get promo packs. So again, this caused... We immediately saw a massive issue with this.
Yeah.
People in Japan saw a massive issue with this. Collectors in Japan were very disappointed with this because we all knew what would happen. People would buy booster boxes, get the promos, and then sell the promo packs at a premium, double to triple the price they paid for a booster box. The booster boxes are literally worth nothing in Japan because it's a main 28 card set, because this set includes the V Unions. So that's the one difference in the English and the Japanese main sets, is that the Japanese set has got the there's a Pikachu, which is by Hayagonosuke, which comes in the English VMAX box, which comes with the Pikachu VMAX. That's from the Pika Pika promo packs, and you get the Hayagonosuke promo in there as well. And then obviously you've got the V Union, which is fantastic. It all comes in 1 pack.
Yeah,
so
that's nice.
If you get the V Union, you get all 4 cards in 1 pack. So that took the main set up to 28. Because Professor's research in English, the full art was counted as card 25, because full arts in English are counted as non-secret. So we had a 28 card main set. Then we had the Professor Oak as a super rare secret card as 29. And then we had the the shiny Mew as card 30. So it was a 30 card set, essentially, with the energies. So it's slightly different. But from 1 booster box, you wouldn't complete a set. You'd miss out on either one of the Pikachu Vs and matching VMAXs, or you'd miss out on the V Union. One or the other tended to be what I noticed anyway. And you'd always pull either an Oak or a shiny Mew. And I only know of 1 person who pulled both in a double hit box. But generally speaking, the Mew, I think, seems to be 1 in 6, 1 in 10 booster boxes, the shiny Mew. So something between 6 and 10 booster boxes, you'll find 1 shiny Mew. So the rarity of that is obviously a lot higher, which makes it the most expensive card in the set. At the moment, I've seen prices going for about 12,800 yen. In today's price was from a card shop in Japan I saw, because I'm keeping an eye on that just to complete my set. And that was the best price I saw. It is dropping a bit. But then again, it might pick up again as well. So
it was 50,000 yen.
It was,
It dropped
at release. So this is one thing I would tell people. Look, you can look at Japanese card prices on release day or just before a set's released, and there are people out there do videos on this. Be skeptical about those prices, because it's the same as an English set. If you buy pre-release cards, you're going to pay a premium for them. And everyone's financial situation is different. There are people that's a drop in the ocean. It's disposable income. They don't care what they pay for it. They just want to be the first to get it.
Yes.
So they're happy to pay whatever, paying 50,000 yen for a shiny Mew to them is like me going out and buying a coffee to some people, as far as their budget's concerned. So we're in different budget categories. And so there will be those people who are willing to pay extra to get it early. Yeah. Always wait a week, 2 weeks before you see the market prices settle.
Absolutely.
Is a general rule of thumb, and that we see with Japanese cards a lot. Looking at the Japanese market, I mean, the promo packs are going for a premium. The cards in general in the promos are similar to what's happening with the English set.
Yeah, absolutely.
Charizard is a chase card by far. It's currently, I think, sort of trending at about, again, 1,300 yen at 13,000 yen. 13,000 yen for the Charizard.
That's cheap.
Umbreon is about 9,000 yen. Birthday Pikachu's sitting at about 7,000 yen. Shiny Magikarp's a similar price. And then you've got Blastoise and Venusaur sitting at about sort of 5,000 yen price. So
not even lower, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think they're actually lower.
2,300 yen. I checked today.
Which is similar to what the European price for the English version is,
Absolutely.
So we're seeing a similar price trend in Japan to what we're seeing with the English prices. So again, those are promo packs only, limited time only. So the difference between English and Japanese is you might still be able to get the 25th anniversary booster boxes in a year's time, 2 years' time with reprints, but these promo packs with the classic collection will not be seen again. Because as with every promo pack in Japan, they're limited time. So this really adds to the urgency for some people, I think.
Yes.
You're going to start to see prices starting to spike eventually in a few months' time. Once people realize, oh, hold on a minute, they suddenly started reprinting these boxes, but there's no promo packs.
It's really a promo pack campaign.
Yeah.
It stops as soon as it runs out.
And it quite clearly states that on the Japanese website as well.
Yes. So be aware. What was funny, Umbreon was as low as 5,500 yen at release within 1 day. Then the day after, it was 9,000 yen. So that's such a roller coaster. Just calm down. Don't let the FOMO get the hang of you. It's just not worth it. It's a modern product. It's not not running away from you. Unless it's the rarest card of the earth, but it isn't.
Yeah.
So just keep that in caution. Also, by the way, we do not need to forget the mirror foil from the main set, because it's a prism foil. I think you get 4 or 5 in each box.
Yeah, you get between 3 and 4. 4 is what I was hitting 4 per box with my 3 boxes. So
yeah, and all the regular cards, so not the VMAX cards, have them. And hate love it. It's something unique. And like I say to everyone, with these kind of special sets, in 5 or 10 years time, people don't want to they don't, like I said in the beginning with the Legend series, people don't bother putting them on market websites. But it will be possibly hard to get if you truly want one. And if, again, same with the best of XY cards, Mirror for Lugia, which is, for example, a card from the set. I can't find it as easy anymore as 4 years ago. And that's just how it is. Just get them now. They are almost like dump bulk prices right now. I think this is one of the easiest sets to complete on a budget. So, except for the Mew, but again, if Mew is the chase card and probably it might drop, go for it. Why not?
100%. Here is, I don't know if you can see it.
I can see it. It's very cool.
The prism effect on that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Nice. It's a bit like the Shiny Star V had the halo effect, like the circles. This is almost like an oil slick effect on the card. But it's obviously in a sort of prismatic square shape, which, again, love it or hate it. I'm not very keen on it. I think it takes away from some of the artwork and the holo pattern on it. But, again, I'm collecting them all just to have a complete set now. Because, again, you mentioned it, and you're absolutely right. You might not want it now, but it's relatively easy to obtain and collect. But going forward, they'll be one of those obscure things that you're not going to be able to find because not many people will be listing them.
Yeah, exactly.
They could be sitting in bulk in some Japanese bookshop somewhere, and no one's going to be selling them as individual cards on listings for you to obtain them easily. So unless you go to Japan and look for them, you're not going to be able to obtain them. So get them now while you can.
Yeah, and those the pattern looks like the square shinies from the video games, so in Shield ones. So maybe it's a nod to that. I don't know. But, that was the 25th anniversary there, I think.
Yeah, I think we've covered that fairly well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's talk about Fusion Strike, shall we?
Yes.
So 30th of October, just a couple of days ago, you unveiled on PokeGuardian the full digital set list of Fusion Strike. Very comprehensive set list, including promos as well. Interesting to see some cards in here. I had to have a double take at the Cinderace V cards. There were 2 of them. I thought, did you actually accidentally put it in there twice? But no, they are 2 different artworks, slightly different artworks.
Yes.
Listen, this set's a bit of a mismatch, isn't it? It's sort of chopped cards from certain sets, certain cards from deck boxes, from, and it's set, starter decks and stuff. And then you've got the high-class decks in here, Gengar, Inteleon. It's a mismatch of cards. From a competitive point of view, I've had a few friends on Twitter who play the game saying it's not a great set.
No.
It's not a great set at all. It's from a player's point of view, they'll just be buying singles. They're not going to be opening products, trying to build up play cards for playability purposes. From a collector's point of view, there are some very nice, desirable cards in here.
Yes.
You have got, amongst the normal cards, there are some cards that were only specifically in Japanese certain starter decks, etc. I think the Phantom, for example, by Okacheki is one of those cards.
Yes.
You've got some from Soso, which I'm obviously aware of. You've got the Rillaboom VMAX, which was a promo card. Yeah. You had to have a ticket from the previous promo in order to obtain it. So that's in this set as well. You got the Zarude that was in one of the starter decks. You got the fantastic Chandelier VMAX by Akira Agawa, which was in Fusion Arts.
Yes.
Some great arts in here. And obviously then going to the full arts and better, that's where things start to get a bit more exciting, because you've got the Celebi V, very sought after promo.
Yes.
Was that for Silver No, that was for Jet Black Poltergeist, wasn't it? Yeah, Jet Black. If you bought 2 boxes of Jet Black, you got this promo, and it was very sought after. Beautiful, stunning card. I never obtained one, so maybe I might pick it up as a single from this set. I've got the Sandaconda warming itself by the radiator. That's in this set as well. Yes. You've also got some cards that were cut from Evolving Skies. So you've got Shauna in here.
Yes.
You've also got, which other cards were cut from the previous one?
Schoolboy and Schoolgirl, maybe?
Yeah, Schoolboy, Schoolgirl, absolutely. Yeah. And obviously that Espeon VMAX special art.
The oddball in there.
Yeah, that was... That was an exclusive in Japan if you bought the EV Heroes special box, which had 2 booster boxes in there, didn't it? It was a special set box.
Evolution set.
And it had the sleeves in there and everything, and it had this promo. And that was going for about £300, about $300-400 in the secondary market.
Yeah.
When that set launched, it was by lottery only, from my understanding, I think. And then there were card shops which were selling it as well.
I think the first wave.
The first wave was not lottery, and it sold out in minutes.
Yes.
And there were a lot of disgruntled people.
I was up at 2 a.m. for that. I think a lot of you as well.
Yeah, I tried to.
Absolutely. Everyone's just click, click, click.
The site was hammered. It went down, didn't it?
Yeah. They apologized the day after, I think, or a couple of days after. It was a mess. They have definitely learned of that.
Yeah.
But continue, please.
And then you've got the Gengar and the Inteleon SRs.
Yes.
Of the VMAXs, which were literally, I think there were like 1 in 3 or 4 decks you'd get this secret card. I'm not sure what the seeding was, but basically, it probably was, to be fair. You didn't know you were getting them, so you'd have to buy the high class deck. You'd only know because there'd be 3rd or 4th card back in a sealed deck, so you'd only know once you open the deck whether you got this. So it's quite fun in the sense of that, but it's also quite frustrating because people were desperately trying to get it. I remember I bought a few of those decks and
nothing.
I sold one to a friend of mine and he pulled it, and the two that I opened didn't have it. And I was like, luckily, I'd already purchased it as everyone knows in the back of my videos on my desk. Yes. I have got it there. I purchased it as a single because I knew I needed that card. It's a so-so card, and it's stunning. So yeah, I needed to get that. But yeah, so that was interesting. But yeah, some great cards in here. Obviously, one of the chase cards will be the Special Art Mew VMAX. Which is very sought after. That Espeon Special Art VMAX.
Yeah.
Shauna, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 5 cards.
Decent.
Fairly decent, because of its playability and because of the Japanese demand for it, you might see people potentially chasing that as well. Don't know how popular Elisa Sparkle is going to be, because it's very
crazy.
Yeah, because it's very specific on Fusion Strike Pokemon.
Yes.
So, again, I don't think that's going to see much demand from a playability point of view. So, yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on this particular set yourself, Zakariya?
Basically what you have said, but this is just, I get Champion's Path vibes from the set. It should have been Fusion Arts alone, a standalone set. But again, that's not how the Pokemon Company International works. They have to scramble stuff in there. My general advice is, just if you want to open packs for the set and you want specific cards, good luck with 284 cards. I think it's one of the, if not the largest set ever. So, if you want the Mew or Mew, any of the special arts, I just recommend buying it. I don't think these will be higher than €200. I doubt it. I think Mew VMAX won't be higher than Rukat's VMAX special art is. I will get Espeon VMAX. I think many as well. That's the missing one of completing a lot of people's EVO special collections.
Yeah.
Again, indeed, within the set list, the special arts Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon special art promos are in there, so you can see them in higher resolution quality. Very nice. Yeah, I just want the Gengar and Espeon and Purpluson Mews, and I'm done. Yeah. And I go to VMAX Climax, and I'd be happy when I have VMAX Climax. That's just Fusion Arts. It's a Fusion skip to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple as that.
I mean, I'm not even going to be... I might go to a pre-release on this, but I'm thinking about even not, for the first time since Ultra Prism, I think, I'm thinking about not going to a pre-release.
I want for sure.
Because, for your chance of pulling anything, like you're saying, 284 cards.
Yeah, stupid.
Really? And I just don't see anything that... I don't want to be opening this set. I'm just going to buy singles of what I need. I'm not going to be collecting this in English. I've got most of these cards in Japanese. I'll probably be buying the supporters to keep my master set up to date, and I won't be in a hurry to get them either, because I can see the price plummeting of these support cards very quickly. So I'll wait until the new year to pick up singles in this set.
Yeah, again, I try to be excited for the set, but I can't. It's just
the key product for me are the Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon boxes.
Yes,
that come with the special arts. If I can get hold of those at MSRP, I think they're £35 each.
Something like that.
For £105, I can get all 6 of those promos.
Amazing value.
I'm going to be trying to get those.
Yeah.
Fantastic value considering the rarity of some of the VMAX special arts of those 3 in
they
Japan.
Just released recently, indeed, and I have looked at the prices, but it's a no-go for me.
Yeah, very, very expensive. The list prices I've seen of those, and rightfully so. They're not. They are very, very rare.
Luxury goods.
Absolutely. Okay, should we move on?
Yes.
I think we're done with Fusion Strike. Let's have a look at the 8th Pokemon Card Gym promo set. So the 8th series for the Sword and Shield era. And there's a pattern that happens with all of these.
Yes.
Each one has got an Eevee in it and an evolution, which we end up seeing as triple blister pack or single blister pack promos in English. And this time we've got ourselves Eevee with Sylveon in this set, which is quite nice. We've also got the main, there's always a V card, and this one is Galarian Mr. Rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
And what else have we got in here? We got a Grubbin. We got a Toxel. I like the artwork on the Toxel. That looks awesome by Gunjima. I'm not so sure I've seen artwork from Gunjima before. Is that a new artist?
Soichiro Gunjima. That's quite not a seasoned artist, but he did some.
Yeah. Mizu's done Sylveon, looks fantastic.
Yes.
Akira Agawa, again with that fantastic style, has done the Graveler. Eevee, again, Mizu to keep it consistent. You get the same artist doing the Eevee and the Evolution.
It's amazing.
And we've got this curry. What's the curry called?
Spicy curry.
Spicy curry is a trainer card in this set. And then you've got, I always get it confused between Peony and Peona.
Peony, yeah.
This is Rose's brother, Chairman Rose's brother.
Yes.
Is the supporter card in the set. It's as usual, it's a 7 to 8 card set. It's 8 card set this time. Available from Pokemon card gyms in Japan. Usually when you play, you'll be given a promo pack depending on how you do. 1 or 2, maybe 3 promo packs, and then randomly you'll get the cards in there. They're usually seeded fairly well. I used to be able to obtain sealed boxes of these of 20, and you would usually get 2 complete sets in those sealed 20 boxes.
That's nice.
So the way that they're distributed is fairly even. So if you're a player in Japan and you're getting promo packs, chances are you will be able to complete it fairly easily. There's not going to be one card that's going to be extra hard to find. They're all equally seeded. So you can either, trade it with your friends and complete it. But I think people will be reluctant to give their Sylveon and Eevees away.
It's a bad choice, if you may ask me.
Yeah, 100%. But, I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, why I included this in the podcast, this is the final one, if I'm not mistaken. To close off the Evolution promos, I absolutely adore the promos of these. And like you said, matching artworks, fantastic. And I like the Sylveon as well from Mizue. Amazing stuff. I can't wait to pick them up in English as well. Very nice stuff. Again, the gym promos, other than the Evolution stuff, is there. It's not my favorite, but I like the alternative artworks. Very cool stuff, and nothing much more to add.
Yeah, I mean, I've collected these previously, but they've got so much harder during COVID times because of no tournaments going on in Japan for me to obtain. I don't think I've got the last set of the Eevee ones with the Glaceon and Leafeon. I think they were both in the same set, weren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I haven't got that one, but I've got all the previous ones. And I love the way that it looks like, it's either the same Eevee evolved with the background, and everything, or, you get that continuation of artwork, which is really nice to see.
It's very nice.
Yeah, absolutely a great set. Okay, now we're moving to Hong Kong. We don't usually cover stuff outside of Japan and outside of this sort of English language Pokemon, but this was an interesting thing, and we thought it's definitely worth mentioning. To do the 25th anniversary, Hype Beast has got a collaboration with Pokemon TCG. So Hype Beast X Pokemon TCG is the motto of this 25th anniversary. They've got a pop-up store in Japan. I mean, not Japan, sorry, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, yes.
Hong Kong. Looks pretty amazing, and some of the products they've got look really good, I have to say. They've mixed iconic artwork in their unique style of Hype Beast, and the store looks amazing itself. They've got a bus with everything, with advertising on it.
Yes.
But I mean, looking at the way it's photographed, maybe it's because of the vignette styling that they've done on it. The store actually looks more impressive than it probably does when you go there. But Yeah, some really nice looking products. Featuring Charizard and
it's all Charizard base set.
Yeah, it's literally base set Charizard plastered over phone cases, bandanas, t-shirts. You know, there's loads of different products. But yeah, it's interesting. What are your thoughts? I mean,
yeah, very very interesting collaboration. One I would have never imagined would happen. You know, I forgot my Supreme cap and you know, all the Hypebeast stuff wearing today. But again, that's why I say it's very interesting. Hypebeast is, again, it says its name, Hypebeast. It's hyping stuff up. The magazine is known for you know, hyping up stuff like caps and sneakers and even Pokemon cards now. Again, Charizard base set is hyped up.
Yeah,
very very cool collaboration. They dropped also the Chinese version of S8A 25th Anniversary Collection on there. The pop-up store, it was like, I think, 2 locations. I think it dropped last week or 2 weeks ago already.
Yeah.
I've picked up the T-shirt with this 1 pack of S8A in there. The Chinese version, no, the Japanese version as well. They opened the Japanese version as well online. And you could have ordered there. Yeah, I went for it. It was a little expensive, but again, you need to go full Hypebeast mode for these kind of products.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so amazing. You have to see the product. You can't see it on the site because I haven't covered it.
Yeah.
But it has a grayed out with a pixel dotted Charizard base set on there. This look amazing for the display, and I will absolutely keep it for display. Yeah. But probably I won't fit the shirt because it's XL, Japanese sized. That's like a large size for me. I won't fit that, sadly, probably, or I need to weigh, lose some weight. But yeah, very very nice collaboration. Yeah, that's why can't they do this outside of Asia more often? It's so crazy, because they could have done this with another huge brand.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's Hypebeast, but fair enough. Fair enough to them. They have managed to pull it off, and very nice.
I mean, the closest I'd probably get is my Uniqlo UT collections that I get every year. You know.
Yeah, and what now you mentioned it. Some European countries like France, Belgium, not there, but they do have some exclusive merchandise drops.
Yeah.
One was, I think, 3 weeks ago. Do you know the Evil Teams, the cosplay Pikachus? In Belgium and France, they dropped a whole merchandise line of them. And I was so annoyed because I couldn't get them. Belgium that shop does not ship to the Netherlands. No, I wanted that hoodie.
Yeah.
It was also sold out at some time, but that's how it is.
We do get our sort of occasional exclusive in other countries as well.
Absolutely.
As far as clothing merchandise is concerned, for sure. But yeah, that's the hype from Hypebeast. Let's talk about the Pokemon card game 25th anniversary, October 2021 merchandise reveal from the Pokemon Center Japan. These released the same day as SAA, 22nd of October, which was a week ago Friday. Lovely promos. You got some sleeves, which were iconic. I think one of the set of sleeves was literally every single Japanese set logo stamped on it, like over each other, which I thought looked absolutely awesome. Being someone who's collected Japanese sets and stamped promos from certain sets as well, and got the pack artwork, I thought that looked pretty cool. You got the original Pocket Monster card backing of the old school style, which is re-released. That's been released before. They re-released that again. And there was a unique one for the 25th anniversary. Was that by Agawa?
Which one?
The one with 25 in the middle, and then the coins and the markers. Who was
from
that?
Oyama.
Oyama, sorry.
Yes.
Oyama. Yeah, Oyama did that once. That was pretty cool. And then we had the playmat, deck box, and sleeves with all the Pikachus as well.
That one is fantastic.
Yeah, that looks really cool because you've got the surfing Pikachu, flying Pikachu in there. It's just really cute. Love the yeah, exactly. It's got some really, really cute artwork. That just looks awesome. And then you had the Warm and Snug deck sleeves as well.
Yes.
Yeah. That just looks stunning, that artwork.
I agree. I just want a poster of that.
Yeah, exactly. You could frame that up, have it on your wall. That would look absolutely awesome. Beautiful artwork. Features, a mixture of Pokemon. There is Flareon there as well, so it's very, very reminiscent of that Flareon special art for the Flareon V.
Yes.
Because you've got the fireplace in the background as well, and you've got Flareon and Eevee snuggled up by closest to the fireplace. You've got a Wooloo in there. Wooloo's becoming iconic. A bit of a cult following for Wooloo. Score Bunny's in there as well, being a fire-type Pokemon. So yeah, really nice artwork there. And then you've got the 25th anniversary collection sleeves as well, which is basically based on the booster box artwork and the pack artwork. So,
by the way,
yep.
If you look at the Flareon and the Eevee, you might see some resemblance to a specific promo card. Not drop. No, okay, I'll spoil it. Do you remember the first gym promo of Flareon Eevee?
Ah, yes.
It's the same artist.
Yes.
I don't know the name. I forgot it, but it's the same artist.
You're absolutely right. And I've just seen there's a Sizzlypede in the fireplace. In the actual fire.
Yeah, and that's why I like this kind of artwork. It's just so amazing.
There's always something new to discover when you zoom in. Yeah, absolutely. Stunning. Cool. That is really cool. And there was a playmat as well. Full-size rubber playmat for the 25th anniversary. So in Japan, a full-size rubber playmat is for 2 people. So it's square, massive playmat. Actually, it's smaller than each half is smaller than a European American size playmat. So Japanese playmats are smaller, but obviously this is a square size one. Again, I think that could be something that'd be sought after in a few years' time.
Always original. It will never go out of fashion. I missed it sadly.
Yeah.
That's the only product I've truly wanted, but the site it crashed. I've tried to spam my orders again. I couldn't win this time, but it doesn't matter because there's something my wallet is more concerned of in December.
Yes.
So it's no problem.
Yeah. So that was fairly interesting line. Like I said, as usual, loads of sleeves, deck boxes, and a playmat. It's pretty much standard whenever a new set drops in Japan for them to release a new line of products. Quite often, some of those products are based on the new set that's come out or what the theme of that month is. So, yeah, that was really interesting to see. Okay. I just had this open and I've just closed it, but the article, I've accidentally closed it. Let me just quickly open this up. Let's go to special V cards. So let's talk about these. So these V cards are of music artists who've been involved with a P25 album, the Pokemon 25th anniversary soundtrack. So you might have seen there were music videos released earlier in the year, one by Katy Perry, I think was the first song that was released. And then we had Post Malone doing the virtual concert. And J Balvin has had a track released as well. So the 25th anniversary album was available for pre-order in America. I think there were certain exclusive versions in Target and different stores where you got posters for, with your CD as well, and exclusive different versions. But these sort of blindsided me. They came out of nowhere. I woke up one morning and I sort of saw these posted everywhere. I was like, is this fan art? And then I was like, no, it's not fan art because you covered this straight. And it was on PokeGuardian. I was like, okay, this is official.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. So yeah, interesting. And the thing is, the J Balvin's done by Nagimitsu. Yu Nishida has done Katy Perry. And
Amazing.
Nuki Saito, who I know as somebody who does iconic full art supporter cards, has done the Post Malone. So it's not like these are done by high profile artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
The artwork's really, really great. It's them with their partner Pokemons, essentially.
Yes.
You know, love it. It's similar to my, card I've got commissioned, but this is in a V form. You got the PokéTaj with Poipole supporter card. These are V cards featuring, music artists with their favorite Pokemon. I mean, what are your thoughts on this, first of all?
Yeah, I was shocked as I was shown this because the Pokemon Instagram account was showing this as a story. So very sneakily, which also showed the, I think, J Balvin post, which was not existing on his own Instagram. So double confusing. And then someone informed me later on that, hey, look at the Pokemon P25 site, and it was sneakily available, all three in digital up there.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very weird, strange stuff. We know at least one physical card exists. Yep. We have seen that, the J Balvin V1. From what I've heard, all three exist in physical cards, but we don't have zero information on how these are going to be distributed, if these are going to be distributed in the first place to the masses. We have absolutely zero information. So, only the Pokemon Company International knows more, probably. Yeah, I don't know what they are going to do. Why is this shown off? Has this any purpose? It's very cool as a conceptual card. But again, it exists. So who knows? I hope there will be plenty of cards printed because there is clearly demand for it. What we do know is at the time when these were released, I saw they have a merchandise shop. You can get clothing, merchandise over there, P25 stuff. There are still some, if I'm not mistaken, could be released. There are still some unreleased clothing on there. Maybe they can include that as promos in there, sneakily or at the last minute. Who knows? But very cool conceptual cards. I really like it. And what was even more confusing at the time when we only had the J Balvin card, it had like, let me see, 005/007 as the set number. Yeah. So we initially thought, it's a mini set with 7 artists, and let's see what will happen. No, the Katy Perry and J Balvin, Post Malone had different numbers. Someone pointed out it's related to the birthdays, and it matches up. So there's that. Yeah. So these might be the only and the first and final 3 promos we will ever see. Why I say this? These are the 3 high-profile artists. The other ones, with all due respect, are less high-profile than those 3. Yeah. Less, based on Spotify numbers and this and that. J Balvin and Post Malone are like in the top 10 most streamed Spotify artists. So no battling. Katy Perry, I think she organized this whole stuff in the first place. So I can absolutely understand. But again, very, very cool stuff. And we hope we can see more information on this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we had, there's a GX of Ishihara, wasn't there? Which was never publicly known until the card was available for sale. Exactly. And then we saw it because that was a secret thing. This Pokemon have flaunted them on their official social sites and websites. So we've seen these now officially. So what are their plans? We don't know. People pre-ordered the album based on the fact they thought they might be getting the promos in this. So if anything, this has helped to drive the Pokemon album sales because people thought they might be getting these as promos in the album. But again, it's mysterious how we're going to be received, how these are going to be available. I'd certainly love to get a set of these. I collect full art supporters. I love CHR cards. So to have cards V's like this with them in it, I just love how it's very similar to CHR cards we had. You can see how they're engaging with their Pokemon, their partner Pokemon, and it's just beautiful artwork. So We don't know how we're going to get them. We don't know if they're physically ever going to be available. We know that a physical one has been printed, but that could purely be for the artists themselves. So yeah, nice to see, but we don't know how we're getting them. So that's it. So we'll see. If we find anything else out about it, we'll let you guys know in a future podcast.
Absolutely.
At the moment, we don't know. Okay, what are we going to be looking at next? Let's have a look.
The big boy.
We have got, yes. This one, 19th October, Arceus VSTAR was revealed from S9. The new VSTAR mechanic, similar to what we thought it would be. VSTAR, we thought, right, is this similar to a GX type thing? Will it be a one per game move? That is what it is. It's pretty much... We're continuing with the V cards. It looks like VMAX has been dropped because this is taking over the RRR rarity in Japan. So those of you not familiar with Japanese cards, a V card has a RR rarity. A VMAX has a RRR rarity.
Yes.
This particular V-Star, the rarity symbol on it is RRR, which means it is replacing VMAX. So that's interesting to know. And it does indeed. We've seen the English card as well, which was revealed on the same time. So we got the English translation straight away because we got the English card. The V-Star Power is essentially the ability. So during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. You can't use more than one V-Star Power in a game. So V-Star Power is the attack or the ability or the move.
Yes, exactly.
Which is going to be the one per game move. So the V-Star itself is the evolution of a V, in essence.
Yes, stage 1.
So that's all we know so far. We don't know how consistent this is going to be. This is the only one that we've seen revealed. We don't know whether it's going to be abilities, moves, how the mechanics will work. But given this as a sample, we're quite confident to say, the V-Star Power quite clearly states that you can only use it once per game. So it seems to be that whichever future V-Stars we get, that will probably be consistent. How many V-Stars we're going to get per set? We don't know.
I think considering this is like the tag team of at the era of this era, I think we will see them consistently, similar to what VMAX is.
Probably 3 per set.
Something like that.
Probably.
I don't see them releasing a VMAX alongside this. Absolutely not. Again, no confirmation, but very, very unlikely. Since it's a year 3 set. This is similar to tag teams. Simple as that.
So they've changed the mechanic for the final year. Obviously, we're moving to Legends Arceus is a game coming out. The TCG usually mirrors what's happening in the video game. So it's interesting to see that we're moving to this away from the Sword and Shield. But it's got the marking of F, which is the next year.
Yes,
obviously. Regulation mark. S9, so it is a continuation of Sword and Shield.
Yes.
So it is the final year of Sword and Shield. Well, we don't know if it's the final year, but it's the 3rd year of Sword and Shield. It could go on a little while longer. So from a TCG point of view, it is still under the Sword and Shield mantle with the S marking in the set. It'll be interesting to see going forward what happens with this set. But releases on 14th of January. So something to look forward to in the new year.
It's highly. It's not yet fully revealed. But this is highly likely. It's going to be Starbirth, and they have mentioned on the website November 3rd, which is this Wednesday. There is going to be more information revealed. So absolutely stay tuned. I highly expect it's going to be Starbirth, which is the first set of the year, which is in like the Bell styles of this year and the base set of this year. Again, stay tuned. Follow PokeGuardian on Twitter, so Facebook. You will drop the information as soon as possible. And Again, this is such an amazing card. Also, the Arceus V card was also revealed, which is identical to the Arceus V promo, which is going to be given out.
Everything, is identical
to the Arceus Legends game. Indeed, identical moves, different artwork for S9. But again, we'll still call it S9, but highly likely Starbirth. I think we've covered Arceus VSTAR pretty well.
Yep.
It's a fusion of GXs.
The other thing worth noting is obviously the change in artwork styling is obviously the original V cards, which still is apparent with the Arceus V, black border with silver highlighting. When you get to the V-Star, it's silver with gold highlighting. So a unique styling. And the V-Star logo itself mirrors that. So quite interesting to see. Okay, should we talk about rumors of our February?
More V-Star.
More V-Star. So, February 2020 Battle Region set. Special card set. Grass Leafeon V-Star, Ice Glaceon V-Star, and starter set V-Star, Lucario V-Star, Darkrai. First information's come out about this. Do you want to talk about this, Zakariya?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go for it.
Again, which is every rumor, take with a pinch of salt. This is coming from a distributor, which again, someone pointed out to me, which is distributor access. However, we have not seen the sell sheet for ourselves, so we can't fully confirm it. It's 100% confirmed. Okay, so that's out of the way. We have more V-Star cards. Let's start with the February 4th, 2022 stuff. Special card set, Grass and Ice Leafeon V-Star. Yeah, I think this is not a deck, first and foremost. It's not worded as a starter deck. I think it's going to be something like, a couple promos, maybe a mini set, packs, maybe something in that, and very nicely packaged, and have a nice day. What I do want to state, there could be relation to this because there, I think a while ago, when Arceus Legends pre-order bonuses were announced for Hong Kong and Taiwan, we have mentioned for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, if you bought any of those versions, you would get a special promo version of Glaceon V and Leafeon V. And it was not similar. It was not a reprint of Eevee Heroes, but a total original card. I think there's a relation to those, this product and those promos. Why we haven't seen anything in Japan? If it was a video game promo, it's November. We have probably seen it, I think, ages ago at this point. If it was a Japanese promo for the video games, which again we have no information on, we only get an art book in Japan at Pokemon Center. Yeah, I think that could be reserved for those products. Especially now we know 100% V cards stay, with Arceus V and S9. Again, nothing is confirmed, just an assumption. I think that's out of the way. And again, it makes perfect sense with this Gen 4 remix coming, absolutely. Sword and Shield Enhanced Expansion Pack, aka subset set, Battle Region. This is the set after S9 Starbirth in February 25. And nothing much we know, minimal info. But again, Battle Region, I don't know what it means, Battle Region. I really don't know. Maybe, again, I really don't know. I want to speculate, but we don't know what it is. I don't know what a Battle Region is. Probably something video game related. We don't know yet. Spoiler or something like that. And then on the same day again, starters at V-Star Lucario and V-Star Darkrai. And these happen, I think, each 3 or 6 months, the starter sets. 60 card deck. You get a VMAX, in this case a VSTAR, and you're good to go. And Darkrai is very interestingly a starter set card. Very interesting. Got a lot of fans excited. We have a lot of Darkrai fans. Again, nothing more to work with than this.
Yeah, again, it is driving excitement. Starbirth is going to be quite interesting because it's the first time in a while we haven't had a dual set for the introduction of a new year. So it's probably going to be a fairly large set, probably 100 card plus.
Yes.
Normal numbered set plus secret cards. So we're probably looking at about 130, 135 card set. So this as a expansion pack will probably be a 70 card, 60 card set potentially, giving you close to 200 with secret cards combining the two sets together, which will translate to what your English set would be for this.
Exactly.
The starter sets, very nice to see V-Star starter sets. Again, they usually do them as pairs. And it's nice to see we're going to have a dark and a fighting type, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm very excited about Darkrai as well. Darkrai is currently my buddy, my shiny Darkrai in Pokemon Go. So nice. I do like Darkrai. So yes, got a lot of fans getting very excited about this. But that's pretty much all we know. It is at the moment off a distributor sell sheet, which we haven't seen. So very limited information. As we get more information, it'll be up on PokeGuardian. So as Zakariya said before, stay tuned to the PokeGuardian Twitter and obviously the PokeGuardian.com website for further information. And we'll let you know in the future podcast as soon as we know it.
Yeah, and also don't forget the Space Juggler and the Time Gazer trademarks. I think that is the set after Battle Region S10. Speculation again. And then we have the Dark Phantasma. I think that's the subset after S10, which could be indeed Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl sets. I think is that. But again, time will tell. That's my how would you say it, prediction for this.
And your predictions are pretty good off trademarks. So you got a good track record.
Why I say this is because those trademarks, Starbirth and Battle Region, were trademarked at the same time.
Yeah.
In August, Space Juggler and Time Gazer, and then in September, Dark Phantasma. So let's see what it all mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, let's move on now to something we really want to focus on because this was, Friday 29th October. I woke up and I was like,
good morning.
Jaw on the floor. I think I woke up late this day. I can't remember why. Yeah. I was up till late. I got up and I was like, what is going on? They released out of nowhere some more of these CHR and CSR cards from SAP VMAX Climax. And if this set needed hyping up anymore, well, it's just gone into overdrive now. It's hit the stratosphere and we're going into space with this set. Wow, what can I say? First things first, some of these special arts and CHR and CSR cards, I'm getting super hyped for these CSR cards, by the way. CHRs are one of my all-time favorite type of card. I've got them in 3 languages, the full sets, because I love them so much. And they are beautiful. And to see them return is fantastic. And I think the time frame, I think it's been just over 2 years since we got Dream League. Is the 2nd anniversary today, I think, of Cosmic Eclipse release. The timing's good. We've had a couple of years wait. It's not something where they've just sort of diluted it and flooded us with loads of CHRs every set. No, they've kept them. They've held them back for 2 years. We had the 13 original, if you include the Lily, which didn't get seen outside of Asia, from my understanding.
Yeah, where is it? Release it.
Yeah, it never got released in English.
Come on.
So there were 12 in English we saw, 13 in total, and now we're seeing more. Blaziken and May, is it? I think.
Yes.
CSR card by Nagimiso looks absolutely stunning. And I think the artist also mentioned on their Twitter, I think you clocked on to this, didn't you?
No, not artist, but someone, just a fan.
Someone, a fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noticed where this scene was staged.
Yes. Very nice.
You've got another CSR of Hop, not everyone's favorite, but Hop and his Zamazenta. Looks absolutely fierce, awesome, love it. You've got Nurse Joy, Pokemon Center Lady, Pokemon Center Lady, shall we say, and her Blissey.
Yes.
And I love the way that they've done the texturing on this card, especially like you can imagine the glitter foil on the towels there.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's just going to look amazing. But it's Uribi, and this artwork is just stunning. You know, I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Very nice.
Shinya Komatsu, who I believe is a manga artist.
Yes.
A very, very famous manga artist, has done this artwork here of Octillery. Great artwork. Again, it's just the way that the sunlight's being captured in this, how bright the card is, the atmosphere in it, you know, it's just very much insane. You can see it's an artist who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
In composition, and the composition is fantastic. You know, the use of different art styles in this and how they've captured the essence of it is beautiful. So that's a stunning looking CHR card.
Yeah, great way to have your debut like that.
Oh, definitely. And then we got Megumi Higuchi with Morty, I think it is, with his Dusk Noir.
Yes.
Again, really nice looking artwork on that. And then we got Okacheki, who's becoming a fan favorite again, a cult following. With
amazing.
Its Alcremie, isn't it?
Yes,
Alcremie. Yes. And this old man who's also got
a
Cafe Master. Yeah, he's got his own supporter card coming out, hasn't he, in this set?
Yes, correct.
So yeah, I think he's rivaling Sylveon's cupcake shop. Maybe they're competitors, this coffee shop and their cupcake shop.
Possibly.
But yeah, that looks really good. And then we got Shiburingaru's Spinarak. Is it Spinarak? No, Spinarak. Ariados, that's it. I always get confused between those.
Yeah, it's very confusable.
It's one of those Pokemon you always like never remember the name of because it's you never play with it, you never. And it's I've forgotten her name now. Janine, that's it. Janine with that one. And then we got Akira Komayama Oranguru. This looks awesome. I just love the styling and colouring on this.
Yeah, it's very
Who's
nice.
That in the background? Is that?
Yeah, that's Sina. Apparently, that's I've had to look that up. I just I know it's a very forgettable character, but it was assistant of Professor Sycamore.
Okay, cool.
If I'm not mistaken. So and I think Sina and Dexio from Sun and Moon. That's the duo. I think now you might remember that. So
wow. What could I say? Amazing cards. And you've got the original cards they relate to as well, just underneath, haven't you?
Yes.
Which again, what we see with high class sets is we see iconic cards from the year, which are very useful cards to play with, some of which are very meta-defining with abilities and playability wise, being used and reprinted in high class sets. And obviously these particular ones that we know of so far, these 8, have had this special treatment of having this reprint. I think the only one that's unique that we haven't seen before was Alcremie, wasn't it? I think that's new to this set.
There's a new card indeed to the set, new move, and
But the rest of them we've seen in previous sets. Apart from, I think the rest of them we might have seen already. So it's interesting. Yeah, really great artwork. These CHRs, I mean, looking at the numbering of them as well.
254 for Blissey.
Yeah, 254 for the normal type, which tends, if it's the normal type, it's towards the end of the numbering set.
Yeah.
So, that's at least 70 secret cards in this set.
That's insane.
On top of the 184 set, which, you are talking almost, I mean, Shiny Star V had 104 baby shiny, and then had about 130 odd secret cards. So this is almost getting to a sort of a set with similar
probably.
to shiny cards in it. So it's going to be an excessively huge amount of cards, massive set. Seeding wise, we don't know how many CHRs and CSRs you're going to get per booster box, but if anything's to go by,
the same,
it's probably going to be 3 CHR, 1 CSR per booster box.
Probably
that's my guesstimate. Is what I'm thinking. So again, it's going to be, you're not going to be able to complete this with a case.
Yeah, maybe God Pack's return. Who knows?
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Imagine a God Pack made up of CSR and CHR cards.
That would be the absolute dream.
That is my dream come true. Yeah. So it's coming out December the 3rd. Yeah. So we've got another. Well, when we reach this Friday, it's a 4-week wait. Yeah. So not long to go now. So we're going to start seeing leaks every Friday on generally now, where not leaks, official announcements, announcements from Pokemon Japan or PokemonCard.com, and on PokeGuardian we'll cover that straight away as soon as those are available and get translations up for all of you guys as well as soon as we can. But yeah, we'll start seeing more of these. I think we'll probably see 1 or 2 a week at least.
Yeah, maybe
as hyping this thing up as we get closer to the set release. Interestingly, this is unofficial. I've heard rumors that from an availability point of view, VMAX Climax is looking very healthy from a booster box availability point of view. My personal opinion is Pokemon know, similar to like what the English set have done with Celebrations, they were pumping out production for Celebrations months ago. We know that. Yeah. With the high class set, I think they probably started production middle of summer, maybe earlier in Japan, prepping the print of this set already, knowing that it's going to be popular, one with collectors, and secondly with players, and thirdly with new players, because high class sets are designed. I've always said this. We've seen a pattern over the last few years. Starter decks come out in the towards the end of the summer, get new people involved in the card game. They're brand new to the game. They've missed all the sets that have come out just before. They want more competitive cards, more competitive decks. So what do Pokemon do? They release this product. They release a high class set. End of year, boom, there you go. You missed out on all the sets. Come here, we've got you a set for you, which is going to give you all the iconic cards, all the playable cards from the last year. Here you go. And then when they bring out the new set in January, they'll bring out a premium trainer box as well, which they do every year. So you can then get your deck box, you can get your energy blocks, because you don't get energy cards in Japanese booster packs. You can get all your playability stuff, sleeves and everything else in that premium box. You'll have all your cards from your high class set. Start building your decks and start playing in the new year at your local Pokemon card gym. Generally, it's a very good strategy. Works really well in a place like Japan, where they are very much culturally engrossed in their games and see their spare time and their hobby time as very valuable, and very much get engrossed into it. Pokemon card gyms are all over the place, very easy and accessible, and it's a paid job. It's
being a card gym organizer is a paid job there. Just imagine the dedication there. Here it is a voluntary basis.
Over
there you get paid to do that. It's a different level.
Totally. So it is seen as, as we'd see bar and club managers here, Pokemon card gym managers provide entertainment for people to go and play and have fun. Most of them are bars as well. You can some card gyms are bars. You can go eat, drink alcohol and stuff as well, and play the card game. Very much a social atmosphere. So it is targeted very much at every single level of card collector, player, new starters, and seasoned veterans.
Video game players as well. The Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl released this month. And I can say this with confidence. Some people might rediscover Pokemon during this era, this month. And I'm totally hooked into Pokemon right now. Oh, there's this amazing hyped set everyone is talking about coming. Well, let's try a few packs. Oh, I got a CHR card. This is totally awesome. I want more. Lure in. End of the story. And there it goes. Yeah.
I got hooked on Japanese cards with Ultra Shiny GX. That is how I got an SM4 Plus.
Yes.
You opened high-class packs, and if that's your first experience of opening Japanese Pokemon cards, you get hooked. I'm telling you now, you do get hooked. A lot of people I know, for example, who've recently got into Japanese Pokemon, they started with Shiny Star V. That was their first ever experience of Japanese Pokemon cards, and it really, really got them hooked. So looking forward to this set. The hype's going to be huge. Availability, like I said, fingers crossed, is looking very positive from what I've heard. So there should be boxes of this available. Hopefully there'll be enough to meet demand in Japan. And likewise then from international interest, hopefully we'll see some changes where people will be able to get hold of it a lot more readily without being scalped.
Yeah, the Amazon JP orders were all cancelled for 90%, something like that.
Yes.
No discrimination. We initially thought it would have been cancelled for people outside of Japan mainly, but no, even Japanese orders got massively cancelled. And I thought at some point, I think it was up for like 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
And that's too much.
Yeah.
Everyone is hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's genuinely a mistake on Amazon's part. Amazon are usually very good, Amazon Japan, about ensuring they only pre-sell what they're allocated. I think somebody mispressed a button as far as quantity was concerned, where it should have been, I don't know, maybe 5,000 units. They must have put in 50,000 units, an extra zero. And the system obviously sold up to that amount, and then there's a huge massive, because the number of people, I mean, the activity we saw on Twitter when the cancellations started coming in, especially from Japanese people, Twitter accounts as well, is massive. So as you say, 90% of orders, that would make sense if somebody put an extra zero at the end of it. It could very well be as simple as that, because Amazon Japan are not known for making mistakes like this. So I think it could be a human error where somebody's mistyped the quantity available.
Yeah, and even the lottery for the Pokemon Center Online, it has been delayed to, I think, this week or something like that, 1 or 2 weeks.
It was meant to be announced last week.
Last week. Yeah. And now the Golden Box, 25th anniversary Golden Box and VMAX Climax, they're both delayed due to high demand of applications. So just imagine how hyped these products are, and insane. There's a storm upcoming next month.
Absolutely. So that's I think we've covered pretty much everything we wanted to cover in this podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Anything else you want to add, Zakariya?
No, nothing too special. You will stream this set probably on launch, maybe, hopefully. And this just and I am totally not jealous of Taj's 2 Umbreons. I've seen put live on stream. Our friend British Gaming, he pulled 3 Umbreon Gold Stars within like 5 packs or 8 packs.
I think he pulled 2 just before he started his stream, and then he started his stream when he pulled the 3rd, and I was like, what?
Insane.
Yeah.
So again, you can follow them. I know OKJ Love is streaming some. Very nice stuff. Yeah, that was it for me, I think.
Yep. Yeah, you can go and check out those friends of the PokeGuardian Podcast. They've been previous guests on our podcast as well. British Gaming and OKJ Love. And like Zakariya said, I'm hoping to get some. I've not missed a set since Ultra Shiny GX, so I don't plan to break that. So hopefully I will have some VMAX Climax on my Twitch, twitch.tv/PokéTaj, and my YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/PokéTaj. You can also follow me on Twitter. I retweet a lot of PokeGuardian's tweets, as well as add a bit of my own commentary and add some of my pictures on there as well of what we've pulled recently.
Again, if you have any questions or leave a message on our podcast forum. You can, if you submit your question, we might answer that in our next podcast. We'll make a Q&A episode dedicated to it. And again, you can follow us on Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play Podcasts, something like that. You name it. So Apple Podcasts, on YouTube. So you just check us out. And thank you very much.
Absolutely, yeah. This podcast was a bit longer than the previous ones. We apologise about that. I've not been well. I've recovered. I was suffering with COVID, so Zakariya obviously was concerned about my health, and we made sure that we did a podcast when it was convenient and I was healthy to do so. So I'm recovering. My family's doing well. So thank you so much for being patient with us.
Thank you very much.
We will try and bring podcasts to you as regularly as we can. So stay tuned. I think we've enjoyed doing it on a sort of fortnightly basis where we possibly can, and there is the news to do it. So we will try and do it as frequently as we can for you guys. But as always, follow our socials so you know when the next PokeGuardian podcast is up. Have a great time. See you guys soon, and thank you so much for listening and watching to this podcast. Take care. Bye.
Goodbye.